on purpose. Always go into the show like this.
It's fine.
Because it's just so much easier.
You should say the one time I told a story about a girl who wiped her ass with a sock.
Is that how we're opening the show?
You want to relive the story?
Okay, that's fine. But first, you guys have to introduce yourselves.
We are called Ash Ketchum and the Adventurers 4.
Well, there's two of us, though.
Okay,
Jeff, we're Team Rocket.
We're Team Rocket. We're Jesse and James.
We're here to take over the world.
Take Pikachu.
World domination.
We're a band called Don Valley. My name's Jeff.
I'm
This is
Joe.
You're not seeing double. There's two of them.
We're not twins.
No, not at all. Which one of you's older?
Him.
I am by 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yeah, I like clanged in there. I was
Wow,
like,
you guys have been giving your mother a hard fucking time
I
from
think I
go,
something to do
eh?
with our dislocated elbows.
hey, don't show
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's-
Well, like
No,
we
go
had-
on. I know
No, the
that's
internet
too,
world.
but-
You can't show that
We
to
had-
the
we had-
internet.
Yes, you
I'm
can, trust
guessing-
me, you can show the
I'm
internet
guessing we
fucking
had
anything.
complications or something. That's all I was thinking.
Is that where you guys were connected with the elbow?
I guess.
I don't know.
Both
I'm thinking I
both
kicked his
of
ass
mine
and came
are-
out first.
Well,
you know
that's
what I
why
mean?
you're older, right?
Yeah, I just have one. He has two, so
Yeah, both of mine.
I
are
kicked
mine.
his ass. I beat his ass in the womb.
So, so was there maybe three of you?
Maybe he ate him with his dinosaur toes. Just like.
I don't even know where to start with you guys. It's always a party when I see you. It is right down to the conversation. I love it. Where do we start? What are you guys up to? What's new? And then we'll make our way back into the old stuff.
You got that. You got this all like
We-
laid out. He
we've
has this
been-
whole, like plan for the album.
We've been working on a new EP for a very long time. I guess I will unveil the name.
Yeah,
of
we're
it to
taking-
the world.
Well, for us, because we had it, we've been around for a bit,
Yeah.
so we're treating it like that's why we're taking so long with it.
We
We're
want it to
treating
be
it
good.
like it's gonna be the last thing we ever put out. It's not gonna be.
No, I
But
know what you mean, though.
that's how we're treating it.
Think
So
Final
we're going
Fantasy.
all in, like with everything. We're going.
That's awesome.
We're just trying to go as hard as we can.
That's awesome. Well, you guys, yeah, like you just said, you guys have been doing this a little while. When did you guys start?
We started in 2007, actually. Way back then.
That's wow.
Yeah.
So that's like not quite 20 years, almost 15.
Yeah, something
Almost
like
15
that.
years?
Yeah,
I don't know.
almost
I don't
15.
math. That's why I interview math. Is
Something
not my
like
thing.
that. I don't even know. Like all our album, when the anniversaries come up, I see all these other bands being like,
Yeah.
2-year anniversary.
I don't like to talk about
And then I'm like,
I don't like to
our
talk
last
about it
album came out in 2020, 2013. Like it would be
Yeah.
our 10-year anniversary for Just Pleaser, and
Yeah.
I haven't posted that at all. Or
When did it come out?
When did Pigeon come out? Like
our first
2000?
demo came out in 2008. There's an
You
album.
guys were like super young then.
Yeah,
We
we
eh?
actually
started-
recorded that one live.
We
off the
started when
floor.
we were 17. So
Yeah, our first song we recorded back in high school.
in grade
Right.
9.
You guys told me that when I
Yeah.
first started working with you guys for
We
the
have
book.
that song too. If you ever want to hear it, it's around on the internet
I do.
somewhere.
Of course
it's on,
I
It's
do.
on the
You sing it?
internet.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually it's out there.
Everyone who's heard this is a long time ago, but everyone who heard it said that it could have been a radio hit. We were like that. We wanted to do metal.
We wanted to do metal.
Yeah, you guys seem like you're more. You like to stay true to what you guys
Well, then
like
what hap- I'll
versus
tell-
what's
I'll-
catchy.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what.
And I think that's why I appreciate
we like
you guys
we like
so
to
much.
for us we've always thought like
My alarm clock.
people like heavy. Like if you notice, really popular things are heavy too.
Yeah.
Trap music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rap
Like,
music.
yeah.
So we just always felt like metal can be done in a way that everyone can like
what,
too.
for
Well,
me,
Like,
I'm
can be
a
super popular,
huge
too.
writer.
We don't like to say no. Like if we want to be like we could do this, we can do that. Like we just do whatever the hell
Well, you
we
guys,
wanted to.
I know that we've had this conversation a few times, but the whole world hasn't heard this yet. You guys did a cover of 100 Million, which
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heavy, catchy tune as it is, but you guys really
Yeah.
fucking,
Oh, we were.
It was
you
funny.
really put some sound to it.
That's
and
funny because we
Greg,
actually worked with Greg
the
Norris, for that
singer
one.
of Treble Charger.
yeah,
and he we
wanted him on the track. We were like, yo, you gotta
Like,
sing this track with
We
us.
learned
Like,
it in the jam.
kids
with him
still-
and everything.
we're
that's
like-
amazing.
we're like, kids still love you. Like, I throw this song on.
We asked
parties,
him if we could
people still
change the
love it.
lyrics because we changed
And-
it from singing our way to screaming our way.
Okay.
So he said yes. but then he heard it and he was like,
"I can't." He's like, "I can't match that.
I can't sing that low. What do you want me to do? Like scream?" I'm like, "Nah, do your part,
He's
man."
like, "My singing won't match."
He's like, "My singing won't match."
He's like, "And how the hell did you record it so fast?"
Yeah, he's like, "How did you?"
We went home
in a day?
after we learned the song. We went home, went to our producer, recorded it, and then came back with it fully done. And he was like, "What the hell?
What did you do?"
We're like, we told him we had to have it done in one
It's
night.
your superpower.
Oh.
We were talking about superpowers earlier. That's
we
your
were
superpower.
talking about superpowers.
Yeah. Mine's disassociation, not exactly like a positive superpower, but I get shit done.
I think I have a good healing.
What's Team Rocket's superpower? That's our superpower, Team Rocket.
We blast off.
We blast off at the speed of light, and we're stealing Pikachu.
I should have brought you guys capes. I have to.
Ooh, hey, speaking of capes, when we were growing up, all three of us had Superman capes, and we had the pajamas that had the Superman capes, and we used to wear them to school and like fly around, and, like.
Yeah, so
now I realize how dumb and nerdy that probably was.
But listen, this subculture of metal is nerdiness. I don't care what anybody says. Every single one of us has some little dork stuck inside of us. Some of us we let him out. Some of us we don't.
All the things that are cool now, like anime and all that stuff. Video games, Pokemon. We got made fun of for liking that stuff when we were kids, and now it's like the most popular stuff.
So you guys are kind of like the pioneers of it, as far as like your friends and stuff.
I don't know if we're pioneers.
That actual stuff, but you guys got to do it a lot earlier.
Are you kidding me? We literally had gyms set up.
Yeah.
So one of us was the fire gym, the other one was the the grass gym.
Not even
and then
surprised.
People around the town, because we lived in a small town, would come battle us because we were like the best battlers in town.
Because you guys are from Dunville. You guys
yes, we are from Dunville.
Yes, I know that because you actually told me once in person, and I put it in my notes so I could add it to your profile in the book.
I think it's better.
One of my favorite fucking places. I mean, I grew up in Niagara Falls. Not exactly a small town, but
it's a retirement town.
Well, it's smaller than like Hamilton or even
Toronto.
I don't know about now.
If you don't count the 250 million fucking people that aren't from there that come and visit every year,
I don't know if I'd like to live there.
You know what? I've been between there and Toronto my whole life. I grew up
because of all the tourism.
Well, yeah, like I grew up.
But there's tourism in Toronto.
There's tourism everywhere. It's just some cities advertise it more than others. Like, we grew up on the top of the hill. So the way Niagara Falls goes, Lundy's Lane goes like this. And right at this bend is where Clifton Hill and all the tourist prices start. At the top of the hill is where all of us that live there grew up.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe how many times I heard, "Hey, do people live in Niagara Falls? Or do you guys just get bussed into work there?"
I don't even know.
Like, because, there's no whole fucking city behind the falls. It's just a giant waterfall. Nobody lives there.
Yeah, but to wrap everything back around, like, we just started, like, I'll tell you, when we first started playing music, I thought it'd be really, because I write a lot of stuff. I write a lot of our songs. And this new album we're working on now, I'll say the name before we get talking about it, but we're going to call the new EP, it's going to be called Blueprints of the 416. And every song is going to be named after something from Toronto.
That's awesome.
Like, even from its history, going way back, we have a song on there called Orange. You may think it's just like a random nod off,
right?
But it's to rep, like, there's a party back in the day that like helped free the indigenous people, and they're called the Orange Party.
Ooh.
And that's what that song's named after.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna have every song's gonna be the song, and then we're gonna have what it references in Toronto on the back of it. So it's something cool. We want to.
That's neat, actually.
The first single was called Gardens.
Yeah, it was called Gardens.
And
I'm pretty sure nobody put it together yet, but it's for the Allen's Gardens on College in Sherbrooke.
I wouldn't have even.
Like,
I listen to that song all the time.
Yeah,
it's on my playlist.
It's named after a guy named Allen Gardens, and so I was like, that park's amazing. I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of keeps with like you guys. Like, your name comes right out of Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something like that to kind of help represent Toronto, and then for our style and everything like that. Back in the day, when, like, he told you when we wrote that song in high school, I used to think it was extremely hard to like write music.
Yeah.
And I would always be like, how do like these great bands like write these songs and stuff? And then when I started listening to metal, it just kind of clicked. And I guess that's why we generally stick to it.
So it came to you naturally.
Yeah, and I started finding writing a lot more easier.
Things heavy.
Like I guess that's what it is. Like
thing.
we make things heavy. Like even we'll have a bunch of slow songs we jam. They still end up being heavy.
Just gotta, yeah, that's good though.
And not even like a metal or breakdown kind of way, but it's just cool when you can be experimental like that.
Well, I think you guys kind of naturally fall into that sound. Like I've been listening to you for a while, but I think I've seen you probably more times than I have fingers. Like I've seen.
Yeah, you saw us back when we probably sucked. Now we were pretty good.
I'm trying to think of when I first saw you guys. I feel like it was like 2019. Maybe is when I first started listening to you guys.
Those solid years for us.
Because that's when I really started actually being able to like go back and forth and work instead of just writing. I was actually like starting to get out to shows and stuff like that. And yeah, well, I actually started writing it in 2015.
Oh wow! You've come a long way.
Oh, it has actually. I just finally became a production company this year. So thanks for that because you guys helped with that. So thank you. You guys helped a lot with that actually because you guys produce great music. You're dynamite people, which helps, right? It's a lot easier to work with a band when you have genuine people that you're working with because as much as in the independent scene, I have not had an issue with anybody that I've worked with. There's a lot of rock stars that aren't quite at that status.
I'm a rock star. What are you talking about? Well, I'm the most sexiest, beautifulest person. I walk into the room and they all have their eyes on me.
Sure.
I'm joking. That is not true. That's not true.
No, but this kind of stuff helps though because I actually get to know the people behind the music, right? And you get people who like, yeah, there's lots of rock stars and then there's rock stars, right? They're the ones that are like, where's my dressing room? And don't come in my door without knocking. And fuck off. You're just like all of us.
We've done shows with bands like that.
Really?
They'll come to like the Bullvine or something and be like, where's our green room? Or like, where's our fucking...
They've obviously never heard of the Bovine if they're looking for a green room there.
What are those things? Like Taylor Swift? Yeah, what are those things like?
Oh, like not catering.
Well, basically,
it's catering.
It is, but it's called something. There's a word. I'm blanking on the word. I don't know why. Like I'm taking a brain fart.
Nobody's helping us. Depth Perception says hi.
But hey guys, I love Depth Perception.
And Janice says hi.
I should have worn the hoodie tonight. Holy man.
Oh yeah?
No, I should have worn it. It's making me remind me. Yeah, it reminds me of Depth Perception.
Steve from Rock Pile says hey.
Oh.
And Steve from Axe Ministry. What a fucking performance those guys had last night.
Oh yeah, no. Joe,
I love that one song.
Tell me that wasn't the best.
He wants to cover the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think we should start covering local bands.
Yeah, he wants to cover one of Axe Minister's songs.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
If they would actually be down, that would be cool.
I bet you that would be.
We're throwing a breakdown on it though, just so you know.
Because you know Steve's watching. No, and like I think that would be a great idea because like everybody's like, oh, let's cover this like Rolling Stones or let's cover this.
No,
you know,
like local band.
Yeah.
I was thinking if a bigger band, why don't bigger bands do like
small bands? I heard a story. I heard a story. We actually know that story. One of our friends is a rap producer.
Yeah.
He's a good he actually played guitar on our first album.
Okay. What's his name?
His name's Kareem Elziftawi.
Okay.
He's an amazing person, an amazing musician.
I think
he's one of the best.
Is it Cuckoo?
His producer name is Cuckoo.
Okay.
If you want to look him up.
Definitely.
But he works with this artist, and Drake covered one of his songs.
Yeah.
And I think more people should do stuff like that.
No,
like, what if Avril Lavigne decided to cover frickin' a Harbor song? Or a Fortune Cove song or something like that.
That's how we get out there. That's how bands get out there. All these huge stadium fucking bands were independent and bar bands at one time, and somebody gave them a hand, and I think that it should continue along the way, right? Mm-hmm. That's actually a really good idea for larger bands to come.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe, we've been talking about it for like 2 weeks now about covering one of Axe Ministry.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess we would just have to learn it.
Well,
but
Steve said they'd be honored
for that'd be odd. That'd be amazing.
I think you guys just set it up.
So for the new album, we're actually trying to mix, because we do a lot of Southern core.
Yeah.
Like, we're known for like
We
our
literally
Southern
told our
core
guy
style.
to change it all up.
Yeah, we
awesome.
told our producer to help.
I sucked. Are you kidding me? You know how hard it's been to learn?
I rarely take like help.
No, I don't.
Writing.
Tell me about it.
It's been pretty tough.
Yeah. He's been playing strange kind of, because we're getting help, not help, but like he'd take one of my riffs and be like, oh, we can mold it this way instead of this way, and we're trying to go for like a more hardcore approach than we usually have in our songs, but it's still, people still hear the southernness to it, so it's like, hey, we can't get away from that.
Well, like I said, you guys kind of have a sound that you all just kind of fall into when you start playing. Which is not a bad thing, because you're recognizable, but you don't sound like everybody else.
Oh no,
and that's a good thing.
We've been told we're hard to like genreify.
You are.
So
you are. Usually, I just go listen.
Yeah, that's why I labeled us Southern core. And then I tell that to people, and they're like, "What the hell is Southern core? I've never heard of that before." And I'm like, "That's because we're making it."
Yeah,
it's us. That's what we are.
That's how it starts, though. That's how it starts, though, right? Like,
I would say there's other bands I would consider.
Yeah, I would consider Every Time I Die.
Yeah.
Shortline Hero, one of our major influences, are the biggest Southern core influences to us.
Yeah, are you kidding me? That's
like if you're gonna think we're Southern core, that's where we got it from. So. Like, we love those guys, and I wish I could see. I've never.
I don't know if people know this. I've never seen them live either. They broke up when we started.
Like they did like
I don't know if people know this, but one of their songs is the intro.
Yeah, it's the intro for one of our songs, "Dig You Out." Yeah, so it's like a nod off to anybody that knows Shoreline.
They've seen us play one time, the guys.
Okay.
And they're like, "Yo, that was amazing."
Yeah.
I've like fangirled, because I was like, "What do you mean? You guys are the dudes from Shoreline Hero?" And they're like, "Yeah."
That's awesome. That's awesome, and they love you.
I love those guys.
No, it's good though. It's you guys have a really good sense of pride for the things that you guys do, and that's good, because you get bands that either love what they do and they become arrogant about it, or you got bands that hate every single thing that they put out and they just keep putting shit out, and you guys fall right in the middle of, we actually love what we do and we play good music.
We're gonna be old
so
doing this.
Well, music runs in your family, does it not?
Yeah, we're the space we're in right now, we share with our dad's band, and they're called Atomic Tomb.
Wicked. They were the first stick. No, they were the second sticker that went on my car.
They're a really solid rock group.
Did you really? That's awesome.
Before they found Gary,
this guy right here.
So the last, I mentioned Walter every fucking show I do. The last live show that I went to with Walter was an Atomic Tomb show.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So it was also a sober anniversary. So the last time I hung out with Walter was one of my sober anniversaries, and we were fucking rocking out to your dad. So,
that's amazing.
He had just recently gotten sober because of all the stomach issues he was having, right? So he actually stood next to me for 90% of the show, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So no, he didn't. The doctor. Well, you know what Walter was like when somebody said, "Hey man, you got to do this for your health," or "Hey man, do this for somebody," or what? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how he was. Yeah. He just wanted to make sure that everybody was comfortable and had what they wanted.
Always everybody's friend.
Yeah, Walter was a good dude.
Walter was awesome.
He came out to all of our shows, like a lot of our friggin'
He fucking loved
every single Rock Pile show. He was there, and most of our downtown shows he was at.
Well, the Bovine, I had seen you guys. You guys weren't playing, but it was Snake River Redemption, Evil Villain.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
So I had showed up to that show, and the night that Walter had passed, I had posted on his wall that I wanted to go to a show, but I had to sleep on his couch, and it was that show at the Bovine.
I remember I met you at that show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then I ran into you guys at Walter's party. Yeah. And then I was like, you guys need to be in my book. And here we are.
I can't believe Walter's party. We got that on set. Like, that was we got that full set recorded.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best sets.
I'm pretty sure I have the whole thing recorded as well.
We showed up, we were rushing. Like, he went to go pick up his lady friend at the time. And we were like almost late to get on, but we made it with like a minute or two left.
I like that whole
Steve Steve's probably sitting there right now, like, I remember that. You assholes.
Hey, listen.
I was pushing it.
Listen, I'm a button pusher too, man. Right till the fucking end if I can.
But I will say right now,
I made it with like a minute.
Steve has been amazing.
Oh, Steve's one of our
Steve
best.
Hogue has been amazing.
He's
to us.
one of the nicest
He's
people
literally like one of the best.
He's been
booking
us since 2000.
The whole time.
That's amazing. Yeah,
we did our first show
at the Cathedral.
We played our first show with the Cathedral.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, back in those
he booked us at the Big Pop.
I wish I had known that.
He booked us on the last. He booked us on the last Reverb Cathedral show when there was 3 good floors going out once. We did the Cathedral.
Yeah, it was.
We did the Cathedral night, and it was so packed. You can see in one of our videos. We have a clip of Jake actually telling everything. He's like, I want all of this.
I've been here since 7 in the morning. You guys need to shut up.
Yeah, it's really funny. Or like, just go. It's really good.
Yeah,
like I've gone times, man. Back in the day, the scene was pretty crazy when you had like the old guys. Like I don't want to like sit here and name drop.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's the beautiful part about this show is everybody is all kind of like intertwined, and everybody kind of works with each other and throws each other a hand and stuff like that. It's very rare anybody throws anybody. Yeah. I'm sponsoring Beer Bash.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
I can't fucking wait.
Dude, this year's Beer Bash looks like it's gonna be nice.
So on my way here, I know that Patterson released another band or 2.
Painful.
I saw that, and yeah,
those are the ones I saw.
So have they posted anybody else since?
I haven't seen those.
I know
Matt posted it.
Evil Villains on it.
Yeah.
There's Itis. Itis is down the hall. They're on it.
Right on.
Please Stand By.
Itis is in volume 4. Please Stand By is in volume 4. Evil Villain is in volume 4. Crimson Shadows is in volume 4.
I can tell you already, they haven't said it. Omnivert's on it.
They were in volume 3. So
but
are you talking bands before they did?
I don't know who's on it. I don't know. We're not on the list. We're not on the bill this year. So
say whatever you want.
I don't know.
We're just making assumptions.
I'm making all the assumptions.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we unfortunately couldn't play it this year. So.
Yeah. Are you guys are going though, right?
Yeah. Probably show up.
Okay, good.
I won't lie. I'm disappointed that we're not playing. It would have been our 6th year. So.
Oh,
I'm pretty.
Patterson, you got some fucking talking to do.
But other than that,
right?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I've seen you guys. I've seen you guys on some pretty amazing.
We're gonna hopefully have a jam space show set up.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing the same thing that they do.
I think that's a great idea
in Toronto. So there's one here too.
There'd be like a little circuit of jam space shows. And if we could get like another one down south or something,
like the Niagara or something, that'd be cool.
Well, let me talk to Crimson Asphalt because they have a jam space where they do shows as well. Their jam space is similar to yours, only it's a little bit bigger. So, yeah.
This is the biggest one in Toronto.
No, they're not in Toronto.
Hey, we get a great price for this space. I will take it.
I love it.
This is a great space.
What, so.
It is a great space. It is.
And I'm just putting this out here. Vince from Itis is making a new space if anybody needs one. There's a jam space soon to be available. You'd have to message him for details.
I've been working with him on putting the St. Catharines show together because there's a show June 16th with these guys.
Oh yeah, we did. We got that coming up.
I can't wait for that.
We got it. Who's on that? Crimson Asphalt, Divine Curse, Evil Villain, and then Itis.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good night.
All the bands that are on that bill are super easy to work with, so it should be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm not excited. The tour is the road to Arby's. You know, I had a little confinement. I had an issue with that name, and everybody loved it so much because I wanted to say I want to be serious. I want people to take us serious, and then they're all like, "It's a good name," so I can't. It's a good name. Everybody loved it. The PR worked out.
It's not a terrible name.
Yeah, it works. That's what I'm saying. It's an awesome name. It's an awesome name, and it totally works. And I was proven wrong.
The poster even.
I was proven way wrong.
When I seen the poster, I was like, yes.
That's exactly what the plan was.
Oh, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And where's the last show?
I think the Gravenhurst. Yeah.
There's going to be a pile of Arby's at the door when you walk in. I was going to say that's where the
Arby's is.
Hopefully, I think that's where the Arby's is.
So are they actually
Yes,
doing a show in the
no. We have a place, but the tour is to go to Arby's.
That's amazing.
That's what the point of the tour
stuff
is.
like that is super fun.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you guys are all super serious musicians 90% of the time. So like, I think that a tour like that, with a name like that, with all the bands that are on it, I think you guys are going to do.
Well, that's why Vince had the genius idea, and I was proven way wrong on it. So like, it totally worked. It worked.
It's a good name.
No, it is.
And
it's awesome.
Is amazing.
Yeah, it just lined up. I'm glad that it all worked out.
I think that
properly, so.
I think I'm going to try and catch that tour. I'm going to try and catch as many shows on that tour as I possibly can.
I'm excited for the Barrie Day. We haven't been to Barrie in a long time.
Yeah.
Even Newmarket is going to be a pretty fun one. So.
That's awesome.
Last time, was it the last time we played there? I puked on.
Yeah, it's funny. The guys, it's funny. Paul from Cruel Intent booked us, and the last time we played there, he puked all over the drum kit. It was like in 2016 or something. So he wasn't even screaming for Cruel Intent yet. So. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see he booked us, and then I was like, I remember you, man.
That's awesome.
And then now he's the singer of a huge ass.
Kicking ass.
Well, he's kicking some butt in Cruel Intent right now. So
that's wicked. Them
boys are doing some good things.
There's quite a few bands from around here that are doing a lot of good things right now.
Yeah, I'll shout out a couple. Seagrave, as I said, Cruel Intent. You got Pillars of Autumn.
Yes, they're doing amazing.
They are.
They are. I see their name on billboards.
I don't know what Mount of Boar is doing anymore, but I saw them. They posted up some of their grip tape. We did a tour with them before Corona, so
right on. But, how did you guys?
Eaten by Sharks.
Yeah, Eaten by Sharks.
I'm going to see them on Sunday.
They're one of my favorite, like.
Me too.
New guys, and I know they're not new. They're all
just moving so fucking fast.
Yeah, they're just popped, man. They just popped.
I know that when I started writing about them, I had messaged them and I was like, hey, I want you in my book, right? Not thinking that because I had only heard about them at that time. Right. When I had asked them to be in the book, I knew they'd been around for a little bit, but I didn't realize they had been around as long as they actually had. Right. So when they all started sending me information, I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, how long have you guys been around? And they put on one of the best fucking shows I've ever seen.
Good. Our guitar player, Anthony, really, really likes it.
Yeah. Well, that lineup we did for the book release, I think all of you guys all fit really well, and I would love to see you guys and them on.
I'm trying to get not trying. I just messed with them again, but I'm trying to get Eaton. I was trying to get Eaton on a couple shows with us, so hopefully we can do that again for like. They're busy, so we have to get to them early before they're all booked up. Yeah, I'm already thinking for October. We're already kind of booked till September, so I'm thinking for October.
Speaking of which, send me your booking list because I've got a few other shows coming up. So
everybody's going to be busy. A lot of stuff's going to be happening. Nice. Yeah, a lot of stuff is going to be happening in the show. Like, I'm hoping to have at least 2 new songs out by then. Like we're kind of late. We're kind of late with our second release.
Yeah, but earlier you guys were saying that you wanted to make sure that whatever you were producing.
Well, this is the video. I was talking about the video before.
That's right.
We had a cancellation or like something happened where the guys we had doing the video couldn't do the video anymore.
Yeah.
So now I just had to figure out a new way to do the videos, and I don't want to release anything without videos. So
no, I don't blame you.
Everything's coming out. One full package.
We do have like 3 songs ready. But
yeah, no, we have 4 songs ready to go.
Right on.
And we have 2 videos. We have 2 more. We're working on 2 more. So we're putting out a 6-song EP, and I think this is gonna be the best thing we've ever done. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it's gonna be incredible. I mean, well received. And then
will be like everything else you guys have put out to date seems to be pretty well received.
Well, we've been lucky to have people kind of like support us throughout the years.
It's really luck, though. You guys are good at what you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
There's a lot of people that like you just see a lot of bands. They come and go. So I'm thankful that we've been able to stick around for as long as we have.
We have the core member.
Well, it is easy. I was going to ask you guys that. Like, okay, so like, I guess this is like a 2-part question. I don't do that very often. My brain can't handle stuff like that. But like,
Parts.
Yeah, oh, it's too much for me some days.
It's like a manga.
But the only reason I know what those are is because my kids are into anime. And
Hey, we're into anime.
Listen, we had a full conversation about it, and you had no idea. I didn't know what I was talking about, so that works for me.
Oh, I didn't know. That's good.
But my ADHD is going to push this question out of my head if I don't ask you soon. So there's 4 of you, but 3 of you are brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that make it easier or harder?
I guess it comes with this issue.
Well, no, it's harder in ways that like, if one of us is mad at each other, it's easier to be like, screw you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen to you. Whereas like a friend, you just be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Or you'd barely like bicker with them.
Right on.
I guess as you get closer and like the longer you've been together, you start to bicker with everyone. So that's why bands and life is hard. I tell that to everybody. Like, everybody wants to play music, but like, are you ready? Are you ready? Like to like actually try and make shit work? Because sometimes things are gonna be tough.
Well,
and
it's like a relationship.
Yeah. You're gonna have
to a relationship.
Push through those rough moments, and after when you see that the light at the end of the fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like that, man. Like that whole fucking Metallica thing is real. That documentary thing they put out, it's real shit, man. Like, it's tough. It can be tough. So like I'm thankful that the 3 of us, like I think that's why we've been able to stick around as long as we have, is because it's the 3 of us.
Right.
And then we just have to find somebody who's willing to deal with our bullshit.
You guys can't play more than one at a time.
Well,
we used to actually
switch up.
When we first started, we used to switch instruments.
Yeah,
I used to play.
It made shows hard though.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Or one of our.
I did guitar, and then one of our guitar players did drums. Nick would still sing.
Right,
he can't play this. He played
the
tambourine. He played the tambourine and the triangle live at the Opera House. So he did do that.
Smash around his head.
You can see old videos of him playing tambourine.
Oh, I need to see that.
You want to bring it back?
Yeah, we want to bring it back.
That would be great.
Because we used to try and do a lot of different things. We were told that our stuff just wasn't heavy enough.
Someone told me they didn't like the way I played drums.
You told them to go fuck
what the
themselves,
fuck?
right?
I got really mad at them. But
okay, so like you guys know who the Electric Dead are?
Yeah. Okay, we did it at the show with last year, I think, or around Halloween or something.
Okay, so their drum kit is backwards.
Oh, yeah.
So wherever all your stuff is, move it all around and put it where it doesn't belong. That's how Rick plays, and that's how he's been playing for years. Because he had a shitty kit when he started.
Oh,
right, and so he just started learning. He just wanted to play so bad that he just started learning on this kit. And then as they started growing and they started recording and stuff like that, he couldn't actually switch the kit around. From what I remember, he couldn't actually switch the kit around and play the way the kit was should be laid out. He just kept playing the way he laid it out, and I think it's because of the condition of the kit that he just first got. I think it was because of the condition of that kit, and he never changed the way he played. He always plays it I guess backwards.
Yeah, that's
right.
As long as it's good.
But it works, and the Electric Dead are fucking amazing.
Yeah, they're really good live though.
Yeah,
they do their costumes and all that.
Yeah, and Dennis is he like all of them are great guys, but I work with him more than I work with anybody else because he has Temple of Night, and then he has his own project.
That was them too?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's the lead singer from both bands, and
I never even realized.
Yeah, he's a fucking tall dude,
He
eh?
is. Maybe I should have realized that.
It's funny. Every time I take a picture with him, he literally has to bend in to get in with me because he's so tall.
I know I'm tiny. It's funny you talk about height. People think we're taller in pictures.
Really?
Like I've had a lot of girls come up to me and be like, "You're shorter in real life." And
it's because everybody takes your picture.
The whole anime thing happens to me, and I'm like, my face goes red. I'm like, no.
The word "pow" pops up.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it's cool how those perceptions can come across, and then like big ass dudes, it's the same thing when you meet them in real life. It's like,
oh, I know, and it's funny because the bigger and scarier they get, the nicer they are. The nicer they are. The bigger they are, the more gentle they are. Which is, I feel like tall people are more aware, like larger people are more aware of their space, and that's why they're so gentle. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not very aware of my space. I bump into fucking everything because I'm small, right? Well, I can get through there. I can step over that. No, I can't. Yeah, I've been saying that for years. It's not true. I never can, but I keep trying. So speaking of trying, I've remembered the second part to my first question, or my other question, which was, and I know like COVID is over. A lot of people don't talk about it very much, but I still find that even though we're this far out of it, it still has a lot to do with how people's creative processes worked. Did you find that it bettered your creative process? Because like you weren't playing shows and you weren't like, I don't know. I just lived my life normally. It took me a long time to be able to say that. No, none of that shit. I didn't do any of that. I
didn't even stop working. I was like, how can everyone take a time off? I've been
you were double, I know.
My girlfriend's not here, so I can say it. I'm a pureblood.
Me too. Me too.
None of that fucking shit went in my body.
Well, because I had because I have blood clotting disease, I just thought that, maybe the hematologist was wrong on that one and I should sit that one out. I'm glad I did.
I was around for SARS and
me too, and I lived through it. Oh
yeah, I'll get sick before I deal with it. Let me get sick first.
I'm
not gonna downplay it all because I know many people. I know many people who my dad, my mom got it.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that got very sick before they announced that it had a name. I was in and out of the hospital 3 times with a severe lung infection.
But wouldn't it just be like
a severe lung infection?
Yeah, or like a really bad flu.
Well, if
not what you got.
But if you give it a name, then you can give fear to it. And if you give fear to it, when you feed
no conspiracy talk.
No.
Let's get back to the question. Let's get back to the question. Let's circle back to the question.
Which one of us is hosting this show?
Well, I don't want to think we're talking about Corona now.
No, but I mean, it's a natural conversation now, and if people can't handle it, some people like it and some people don't like it, and
it's true. That is very true.
It is what it is, and we either get accepted and accept everybody on the other side, or we don't, right? And fuck them if they can't take a joke at the end of the day,
this is very true.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I care for and respect everybody that either did or didn't, and I hope that everybody feels the same way about me. And if you don't, fuck you, because I really don't care. I do care,
but as for the whole creative process, I found it because all we were doing, we're just working. Like you were saying, we worked the entire time. We didn't get any time off.
Yeah, because you guys build things.
Yeah, so we were just making money, and that's when I bought my Dingwall because I just had a lot of money, and I literally was messaging my friends, and I was like, what the hell do you do with a lot of money? I don't know what to do with it.
I was the same.
So that's when I got into like stocks and stuff.
Right on.
And then I bought a Dingwall. But other than that, we were just working. So then we started recording the album we were working on. And at first it was going good, but the lyric side of things are slowing it a bit down.
Well, I mean,
we got 2 songs left.
Right? Writing is hit or miss. You either have it or you don't.
There totally were times where, like, I'd message our producer and he'd be like, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable with like people coming in right now."
I get it. I was doing
it did slow us down sometimes like that.
Yeah,
and we had an entire half a year book. We had Dustwalker on a couple.
I fucking love.
And I want to play with those guys again so bad.
Well, they're from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, those guys are amazing. I would love to share the stage with them again.
Fucking great dudes. Yeah. Every one of them is just
they're amazing. They're amazing.
We lost a lot. We had a lot of shows.
That we lost during the Corona years.
Yeah, my second book release was canceled, unfortunately. I had one here, one in London, and one in Toronto. And all 3 of them were fucking canceled. Yeah. But I think we made up for it in March.
Yeah.
That show at St. Catharines was
what amazing. A fucking party, man! I had so much. That was probably the best party that I've thrown to date. So we're gonna have some topping up to do.
It was literally amazing.
Yeah, that was so much.
I'm like. That's it reminded me of actually the Walter.
Yeah.
It was very lively.
It was fun. Everybody interacted with everybody. Everybody had a good time. 99% of the pit were underagers, which made me very happy.
Yeah, I saw a lot of younger kids.
Like, well, Jill Underhill showed up with her boy, and he was just like, "What, Pitt?
Yeah,
let's go!"
There's a couple kids going.
Yeah,
crazy.
so and
that always makes me happy to see too.
Yeah, and Andrew, the legend, he co-hosts my show with me sometimes. He's only like 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he does most of his mohawk himself.
Oh, that's amazing.
That poster that you guys signed at the beginning of the show, he hung that in his room.
Nice.
Everybody that was in the book that was there signed the poster for him that night. Yeah,
I used to do spikes like that.
Oh, at its longest, my hair.
It takes so much gel.
Oh my God, it would have taken fucking days just to stand one up, let alone all of it. Because before I cut it, it was almost 3 feet long.
Yeah, it's insane.
So yeah, it was a lot.
Those spikes would be nuts.
Yeah, like the longest piece of hair I cut off was like this long, and I cried a little bit.
Good Charlotte over here.
Oh, I fucking cried.
What are their songs? What are some of their songs?
Rich and famous.
That's like their only song, isn't it?
I don't know. What do they sound?
Well,
I forget what they sound
There's
like.
a bit of a generation gap between us. So like that stuff came out just
in like the late like the 2000s, I guess.
Yeah, and okay, so 99, 2000, I was high on drugs,
System of a Down,
and I listened to techno. I used to rave and like
that's when I got into System of a Down, Refuse,
oh my God,
Parkway Drive, Alexis on Fire.
They don't
Under Oath was my killer.
They were amazing. Like
I've seen Under Oath like 6 times.
I listened to metal throughout all that. Like I never stopped listening to metal, but when I got into drugs, my music kind of matched the drugs.
Yeah.
Right, and then the drugs stopped and the drinking continued, and my music continued to match because your music matches your mood, right?
Yeah.
So, and then when I quit drinking, it was just fucking straight up metal all the time. And I still listen to pop shit. Like my kid's a pop singer.
Yeah, I like Doja Cat. I like Doja Cat.
I love Doja.
So I have no idea what that is.
Juicy. Give me that juicy.
You like it from the front.
You like it from the back. Like
I am still oblivious to all of it.
Just give Doja a little Google.
There's a little bit of a generation gap. Like you guys are what, 88?
Yes, actually.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah,
I pay attention when I learn about the bands I work with.
That's a good call.
Yeah, so I'm 83.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Nobody ever believes that I'm 40, so thanks for that. The release party was my 40th birthday.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, well, the weekend before was my 40th
You don't
birthday.
act. You don't act.
40? Thank you. I don't act it. I don't look it. And for fuck's sakes, I never want to make it to 40.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations.
Thank you. But on the same token, like 40 is pretty amazing because I wasn't supposed to go past 35. So to be able to make it 5 years longer than I was supposed to, just had a death scare last month and actually made it through, and still be able to get to do what I love.
Hope you're doing good.
So they told me, like, I have a hematologist and a nurse 24 hours a day. I can call them whenever I need them for anything, because what I have, as much as I am as healthy as I am, what I have is very serious. I'm actually like super sick, but whatever, it is what it is. You live until you die, so I'm gonna live. But yeah, so having that extra 5 years and getting to do what I love to do, on top of having this, like it makes it a lot more fun. My train of thought's gone. I was going to say something else to that, but that's what ADHD does. It's gone. There was a point to that sentence. Pretty good, eh?
You're still kicking ass doing your thing.
Well, yeah, like why not? We live every day and we only die once, so we should be living. And at the end of the day, like all those people that we pay our taxes to and tell us what to do, and fuck them, they don't give a shit, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So that, like,
they just take it from us.
Well, that's it. At the end of the day, it's so funny about how many people get mad at you for just living your life.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't take it with me. My kids are fed. There's a roof over their head. They have a great education, and I'm happy. So, at the end of the day, I don't care if you don't like what I'm doing,
keep doing the things
that's it, right?
That make you happy.
Well, and it's things like that make you want to continue. It's I find it's the harder things you go through in life that make the easy things easy.
Yeah. But
also make the hard things that you do accomplish valuable.
Yeah. I'd say that with the band a lot. I always tell everyone, like, if for doing a band, like, you gotta want to do it because you want to do it. Like, can't do it for any other reason.
Uh-oh. Are we still there?
If you do,
yeah, we're still here.
If you do it for any other reasons, then you're not going to be happy doing it.
No,
it's not easy.
No, exactly. When you like doing things, things come naturally. When you like doing it, if you don't want to do something, I find that it's harder to learn how to do that thing or to want to accomplish it. Like especially with me having ADHD, my brain is like, "What? We have to, but don't want to. We're just going to sit in paralysis for 6 hours and not do it until 10 minutes before it's got to be done." Then we're going to do an amazing job.
That's how a lot of people in bands work.
Well, that's how I wrote Sofa City. Like I ran into you guys at Walter's show and I went, "I need your information." And my publisher was like, "No, I'm not adding another one in." And I was like, "I don't care. I already told them they're in." She's like, "I'm not adding another one in."
No more.
No more.
Yeah. Well, that's because like I had itis for volume 3, but I held them over to volume 4 because there was a whole bunch of bands ready for volume 4 that I feel like they just fit way better with.
Yeah.
They're also releasing a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, so I figured if I waited until volume 4 with what they were releasing with their sound and stuff like that, I think they'll fit better in that book. I can't fucking wait to work with them.
Sense.
I can't.
They're good guys.
I'm excited to work with them. A few of them have been on my Facebook for a while, and like we interact and stuff, but I haven't actually and I have all their information. I just haven't actually like reached out and been like, okay, this is what I've written and stuff like that because I haven't started putting volume 4 together yet. Which just for future reference, takes me about a fucking year to put these books together, just so you know.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of work. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. The last one actually took me the majority of 2 days to write, because that's how I work, is under pressure. But it takes about a year because it's myself and my publisher, and we are everything.
Yeah,
I do all the writing. She does all the printing. She does all the layout. She fucking glues and binds those books by hand.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
When like she was handing everybody books and
fix
stuff.
My Harry Potter book?
Probably. She probably could. Her hands were all like burnt and from glue and stuff like that because she's
doing it herself.
She does it all in-house.
I Googled book repair to fix some of the books.
Yeah,
I was wondering that because I have some of the old Harry Potter books and some of the spines are broken.
Yeah, she probably, if she can't do it because she's one of the busiest fucking people I've ever met.
Well, I took
if she can't do it, she probably knows somebody that's local that can do it.
And I'm surprised the books people still are mad into them. So.
Well, I'm not gonna complain about that because that's how I sell my shit, right? Like, and it figures too, like I've got to have one of the things that nobody does anymore. Like you were saying, you still read. A lot of people do, but I think a lot of people are closet readers now.
Yeah. No, a lot of the guys in Itis read. Like,
do they?
Vince is always trying to get me to read like these
philosophy
books and stuff. So.
Oh, he's my kind of people. I read stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
He's he's very well educated, that kid.
Is he?
Yeah.
Right on. But, that's good. Their interview is the night before the St. Catherine's show.
Oh, nice. I'll be able to tune in for that.
So that'll be a lot of fun. Well, I'll be out here for it, so I won't be upset if you guys pop by.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Right? So I'll be here on a Thursday.
Did you guys play Pokemon yet?
I find stuff like that always makes the shows more fun. When we were doing Savage Circle, it was me and 4 guys that were 2 feet taller than me. All 4 of them were way bigger than me. So it made it easy for me to be the savage of the show, right?
Monsters.
Well, yeah, right? Because, I mean, I'm 5'5.5". I'm not super short for a girl, but for a human, I'm kind of small.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I'd stand up and everybody would fucking tower over me. And we decided to have Josh Smith from Snake River Redemption on.
He's awesome.
Well, he likes to eat cupcakes like me. And it wasn't until we were about, I don't know, 10 or 12 in that I told him they were edibles.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, you guys are
it was a 2-hour show, nonetheless, because we were pretty stoned.
But
the nice part about doing that show was people would just like message me and be like, hey, give me the link so that we can be on the show, because we were doing it during COVID. So everybody was coming on live unless, because we were producing things, unless there was 5 people or less in my house.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So because it was my house and I was technically hosting, like the people in my house, we could add Josh. So yeah, there was 6, but because we were producing, I was allowed to. Plus, I had "Welcome to Turtle Island" on my door.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that common law exists in Canada, so that made it really easy for us too. If somebody knocked on the door, or hey, how many people are in it? Fuck off, man. We got this. Between production and common law, we're fine.
Yeah.
and that's how it happened. A lot of people would just like show up on screen out of the blue.
That's awesome.
Right.
That must have been a blast.
It was fantastic. And I think that's why I structure everything the way I do now, is so that in the future we can continue to do that.
Yeah.
We have a hot sauce trivia coming up soon.
I would do that.
First taping is May 28th. If you guys are interested,
a spice guy.
I have like 40 bottles ready to go.
I will do that.
So it's May 28th. I think is the first date. I have to talk to Damien and make sure that we can tape there, and I have to make sure that I can pick Josh up and bring him down, because Josh is hosting.
Josh is the best.
Yeah, Josh is hosting.
He's gonna make fun of everybody.
Well, and he's got a vest
that says "Hot Sauce Aficionado."
Well, I'm gonna have a
you should get the guys from Death Perception.
They want, actually, I
just remember they do hot sauce. I have 3 of their bottles at home, and I use it all the time.
Okay, well, you should bring it for.
I will bring some. I will 100%.
We're not gonna.
I already finished. I bought a small one and a big one. I finished off the small one, and I'm working on the big one now.
Well, so we have John Tard's "Shit Your Pants at the Raptors Parade" hot sauce twice. Nice. So anybody else that is local that has hot sauce, if you guys get, like, I'll pay for the bottles if you guys can grab the bottles and bring them down. That would be amazing.
Yeah, we got a couple friends that does hot sauce and Death Perception, so we'll go with those guys. Death Perception.
Okay, yeah, definitely, because that's like, I have a few other ideas that I'll talk to you guys about when not the whole world is listening. But I want to make the hot sauce trivia a regular show.
Oh, that'd be great.
And Crimson Asphalt, along with Taste Flavor Emporium out in St. Jacobs, they sponsor. Thank you, Taste. They sponsor my show with hot sauce.
Oh, no way! That's awesome.
So Patty told me. Not Patty.
You're gonna have the milk and the water and all of that.
Well, yeah, and I also have another idea. So just like, I can't say it out loud. Yes, there will be lots of milk. There will be lots of water. There will be milkshakes. There will be yogurt, and there will be a few other surprises.
Are the milkshakes going to bring the boys to the yard?
Maybe. I hope so, because that means we have more people for hot sauce trivia.
Yeah.
But they have a bar in their jam space, and then, like, when you walk in the door, it's like 12 couches all the way around, and then they're set up.
That's amazing.
It's fucking so much fun. So I think
we got rid of our couches.
So
this is only this one. We used to have a whole wall.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
I don't know why they got rid of them, but like I said, we're just lucky to share this room.
Yeah, well, it's a good space. This is a great space. It is. I mean, we're only sitting in like a tiny little portion of this room, but it's a great space. They have enough couches and enough symbols where we can have it where each band is a team and sits on a couch. They have their own table of chicken wings. Hang on.
You gotta get the secret.
None of the secrets will be out until we get there. But everybody will have their chicken wings and hot sauce next to them. Nobody's gonna know which chicken wings are hot and which ones aren't. So if you get a question wrong, you don't know which chicken wing you're eating. You're either going to throw up or it's not going to be hot at all. Like, we're going from one extreme to the next. So we figured that we could have each band per couch, and then everybody could either use like a cymbal or a guitar or some kind of instrument to weigh in instead of having like buzzers or whatever. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think it sticks with the couch theme. Eventually we'll be doing it in my own space. I one day want to have a venue for musicians by musicians, which means, like, let's say you guys want to throw a show and I can't work that night. If you can bring in your own bartender and your own guy to do fries, you can have the venue for the night.
Oh, wow.
Whatever you make at the door is yours, and whatever you make in booze sales is mine. We split food sales.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Because I think that we need more venues more willing to work with the musicians instead of the venues going, well, this is what we want and you guys have to play to that. No, you guys are the ones bringing in the people for the entertainment. Things should be more geared to the musicians versus geared to the bar.
That's a really good idea. I think a lot of bands would like.
Well, I think so too. It's just a matter of startup, and I think I have a good idea for that too.
All right.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like independent music is important because we don't have all these large bands without independent music. We don't have Budweiser Stage without independent music. Nobody gets to Budweiser Stage without starting in Bovine. Nobody gets to that status without. So I think that we should be taking better care of our bands. This way, when the local bands do get bigger, they still come back and play those little shows, those little intimate shows. You know, you tell 50 people that you're coming into town and you sell those 50 people a ticket for $100, but they get dinner and they get a couple of beers and they get to interact with the bands and hang out and enjoy their night, you know?
That'd be crazy.
And I like, okay, like tickets a little bit expensive, but you're getting time with the band, you're getting a piece of merch, you're getting a beer, you're getting, you're getting something for it, right? Instead of, well, I just gave Budweiser Stage $130 for a ticket for Godsmack, and I'm in a seat, but it's not a front row seat.
Yeah.
And the beers are $20.
Right. Thank fuck I'm sober, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I barely drink.
Yeah. Oh, and like, don't get me wrong, I love having a beer, but that's why I'm sober, because I love having a fucking beer.
Yeah.
Right.
I love having money.
Yeah. Well, me too. And I saved $1,100 my first month of drinking or of being sober.
Yeah.
So, well, that's over 15 years now.
Yeah.
So August 5th will be 15 years. And 1,100 times 15 times 12.
I don't know.
It's a lot. Math. Well, I don't.
No math here.
That's why I'm in an interview. Yeah. Okay. So now we've proven I can't do math and I can't talk, which means no. So what else are you guys up to?
Just hanging around.
No, we're planning on. We're just planning like with the album we're working on. I want to do I want every song I want to release as a single. I'm gonna have like a video aligned with each song, and then we're gonna release the full album. So we're just whenever we're ready to actually, we're just gonna slowly be putting them out like that. And I guess the whole time we'll be playing. We don't necessarily take time to have time off from shows.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you guys.
That's not our thing.
Take time.
People will be like we just had a couple bands be like, oh, we're going into the studio right now, so we can't really book a show. And it's like, well,
I love that people are dedicated, but be on stage, damn it.
So we'll probably just keep lining up shows.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're gonna start working on it right away. So I'll hopefully by the time the album's done, we're already kind of working on a couple new singles.
Right on.
So we just
do another live session.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live session after too with Luke Chison. I might have messed his name up.
Can I sit on the couch and watch when you guys?
Yeah, the people watching would be pretty sick. Even for the video, I want to do for one of the songs. I want to do a live video studio video.
Well, call me if there's anything I can help you guys with.
But yeah, so we're just planning on
always
getting a bunch of new merch, maybe some new designs like t-shirt designs.
Yep.
We just got some new merch.
We just got some restock on some of our old stuff.
Okay, good. I need a shirt. I was supposed to grab one from you guys last week and I never did.
And then we got
new something.
Yeah, we're getting all of our albums are getting all printed up. So
we couldn't print nothing during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID we couldn't print anything up. And we released 2 albums and I couldn't even
print them.
So.
Well, maybe you guys should have like a package party where everything is available.
Oh yeah, that'd be we haven't done one of those in so long.
That'd be cool.
So that would be the idea.
That'd be a lot of fun. Let me know, man. I'm always down to help out with shit like that.
Our last album, Still Bleeding. Most people don't know this, but we kind of did like a 2-year tour for it.
Really?
Yeah, because the Still Bleeding tour was booked, and we did like 20 shows for it or something.
Right.
And then we just kept adding to it. So it kept going.
So is it technically still going now?
No. Okay. It's done now because we released the 2 other albums.
But
the whole time we just kept going from that date, and we just kept. We didn't technically promote them all. We'll add it to the tour.
Yeah.
But it was going for 2 years.
Yeah,
it was insane.
That's awesome.
So and then we were like, I guess we got to put out new music. Like,
that's fantastic.
People are starting to not like this album anymore.
Just go until the fuel's gone, eh?
Yeah.
No, that's good though.
I wanted to put a song out for every video, so I went until we were able to do that.
That's wicked.
And back before, when I was figuring all this out, like, it's when you have a team, like when you have people you can like message and be like, hey, do this, everything happens fast.
Yeah.
Right? But like when I was first just trying to find like designers or like video guys, it was really hard. Like we did our first couple videos with Trenches. Trenches Media.
Yeah.
So, and those guys are really good. So I would love it if we could go back to them, but they're getting so busy now. So now we have to find some other guys that aren't super busy.
Joey Moon.
Well, I'm sure they're around.
He's somebody you guys could probably shoot a message to and see what he's capable or available, or I haven't talked to the guy.
I know there's a lot of people do videos.
Oh, there's tons of people out there. What was?
Oh, his knee.
No, my hip is like been acting up.
Oh,
you should have seen him at work. He almost fell off a scaffold, and I was like, "Oh no, Jeff."
Oh, that's not what it is. Good. Is it like a spasm?
Yeah, it's kind of like a spasm. It hasn't happened while I've been playing yet, but
watch one day it will, and then
it's gonna mess me up
all over. The place.
You guys will have a new fucking drum line you didn't even know existed.
Sometimes I'll resist it, but a lot of times sometimes.
Is it a sciatic nerve?
I don't know what it is.
Try a tennis ball.
It just happened one day.
Try a tennis ball right here. Try a tennis ball and just lay on it.
But yeah, we're just planning on starting to work on the videos, getting the album out, a bunch of new merch. So
that's awesome.
The EP has been. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been slow going for us. But we're kind of a band that always takes a long time to record stuff.
You guys,
we don't necessarily just put it out super quick. It
takes
us forever to do something.
No, but you guys seem to give a shit about the stuff that you put out, right? And you guys have been doing this long enough where you know that if you have the patience to perfect the things that you are doing, it's going to sound how you want it to when it comes out. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of bands that they want their shit out so bad, so fast. It sounds good, but they don't actually take the time to hear it. And there's a lot of things that they can do to fix it or scale back or speed up or whatever.
Like I was saying earlier, our producer Eli Heineman,
mm-hmm.
he's been
awesome.
Eli has been with us. I'm thankful that we managed to find him.
Yeah,
he's been with us since like
2000
and
sure.
like
that's awesome.
2010, 12. No, 2012, 13. I would say.
Yeah,
because that's when we started going to him to record stuff, and I kind of consider him like. Nobody knows this, but I kind of consider him like the fifth member of the band.
No, everybody
and like
knows.
people never really like said anything like that. But like I was gonna say, he doesn't want us to squander any of this material. He doesn't want us to just put it out, and he wants it to be perfect. He just like us. He wants it to sound amazing. He wants to.
Every time he'll figure out like a new technique for recording.
Yeah, he'll change up. He changes up. Yeah, he'll change up everything.
That's good though that you have somebody who gives a shit about your music as much as you do. It's nice. Like I think that sometimes, like you guys, like you just said, like you think of them as a fifth member of the band, and I think that more bands could think like that, where their production is part of their band.
And it's big.
At the end of the day, I know you guys are the ones on stage and performing and writing and putting your all into it, but like there's a way bigger team when it comes to putting these things on CD and making sure that things are mastered properly. And it's a production.
I just feel like he reels in a lot of the crazy, like I'll write these stupid riffs, like these crazy riffs.
Yeah.
And then he reels it in. And kind of puts it like in a realistic
and kind of gives it a package right
type thing, and then with all of us just sitting there, it's cool. Like I'm actually excited for the next stuff because we did all of this when we were looking for our new guitar player Anthony, and then we started recording the album, and then we got him, and I was like, oh shit, like I would love to get you some of the tracks, but everything's already been, it was just written with me and Eli.
Yeah.
So now I'm excited to get Anthony in on this.
Yeah,
in the studio with us.
He's a good fit for you guys.
He has a different style than us. So I'm excited to see what we can mold. I think to further our style, I guess. You know what I mean? Or our sound.
The first couple of times I saw you guys, I saw you with somebody else. I have no idea. No idea.
Long black hair.
Sure.
Or onion.
Sure. But I like. He really he really brings his sound to the table, but keeps your sound.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really know how to explain it. Like, he has his own style, but it doesn't change your style. It enhances your style, but you still get. See, I can do this.
Yeah,
I can do this.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Anthony's very good at that. He's very.
He knows our stuff better than we know.
Yeah, better than we know.
He's good. He's really good.
As soon as he joined the band, we started asking him how to play.
He'd be like,
really?
And I'll be like, I'm gonna.
You know the songs better than
you know the songs.
Well, that's how you know. That's the nice part about when you have a good band dynamic. When you guys go from being a band to being friends to being family, right? You can say whatever you want to each other. You work well together. You can be shitty to each other and still love each other at the end of the day. And you produce good shit when you have that.
Anthony has been for that, like what you were just saying, for everything that comes with it, like for the arguments, the troubles, the fun, the happy times.
He just fits right in with all of that.
He's been the best person to fit in.
Good.
It's not like things are generally pretty easy.
Well, no, I'm just saying, because sometimes things you get things, and he's good with us like that.
So, but I mean, it is what it is when you find that, because and 3 of you are related. So I imagine trying to find a fourth person.
I think it works that he's Sicilian like us,
right? So so you guys like match when it comes to like temper and stuff like that.
Well,
temperament
no. He's like completely different than we are.
Is he?
Which is good.
He seems like he's quiet.
Because he's quiet.
Is he
We're
quiet?
not quiet, but he's quiet.
I know.
Well, I know. If you get him fucking going, he doesn't stop. Yeah. No. He doesn't fucking stop.
Well, that's because he knows you guys.
And if he thinks something's funny, he'll go to town on that.
Yeah, no, you guys, all of you are really good dudes.
But just Anthony is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, he fits in really well with you guys. It's funny because like I've known you guys for a while, so I know that 3 of you are related, right? And then you've got somebody else in the band who's not related to you. So I can tell when it's I don't know how to explain this. I can tell when he's fitting into whatever is going on with you guys, with the 3 of you, when the 3 of you are working together, because you guys all flow really well, right? Because you guys have lived with each other your whole lives. Yeah. So you guys do have a lot of moments where you all flow really well, and he fits into that flow. But when you guys aren't flowing, he fits into that too.
Yeah.
Right? I knew I'd be able to explain it.
He does. That's what I think too.
So I'm way more articulate on paper than I am.
He's like a bowl of Jello.
I used to be allergic to the dye in Jello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't even know if I like
Jello. Used to make
eat it, and you will change your mind about how good Jello is.
Well, I mean, I had my tonsils out when I was a kid, and I ate so much Jello that the dye created a reaction, and every time I ate that specific dye, I would get sick. So I stopped eating it for years and years and years. And then when I was a drinker, I found out that when I did Jello shots, I had no reaction to the Jello because of all the alcohol. So I did tons of Jello shots, and then I started to get sick again.
Yeah.
So I haven't eaten Jello.
I can't do Jello shots. They mess me.
I can't do any of that stuff anymore.
I went to a restaurant with a friend once, and he was trying to order a sandwich, but he was like gluten-free, so he was like trying to get the sandwich made in between the lettuce.
Oh my god! So the McDonald's too.
That McDonald's, he does it all the time. He did it all the time. But it was I'm just saying,
one time.
I was just telling you about this time we were at the restaurant, and he was literally he ordered it and he asked, he was like, and he just sat there watching. I'm like, I'm sitting there eating. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm watching them make my food. He's like, I literally just saw them put it in breadcrumbs. He's like, I told them no gluten. And he's like, he walked up to them. He's like, I don't want that. He's like, put it back. We're leaving. I'm like, I'm still eating. He's like, we're leaving. I'm like, oh my god. But
That's amazing.
He did it at McDonald's. And he'd be like, "Can I get the burger made, but like in between the patties without the bun?" And the guy'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And then most of the time he'd get it in like a box, then he'd open it and they'd just literally throw it all in there. And he'd be like, "What is this? What are you giving me?"
Salad.
Yeah, they just like would like put the burgers salad? In and squirt it all in there.
Yeah, squirt all this fucking mustard.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "I asked you to make a sandwich out of the burgers."
That's just not that. Cheese is just flopping all over the.
It's kind of like when KFC does their the chicken cruncher or whatever it is, and it's between two pieces of chicken. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know how people do that stuff.
Greasiness.
I ate fucking French fries and beaver tails last night.
Oh.
Yeah, lucky I'm here. I puked all morning long.
That's why you were puking.
That's why I was puking all night long, because I don't eat a lot of greasy food. I eat meats, fruits, vegetables.
I don't even know if I ate anything.
The thing that that's what I was gonna say. That's how we stay in shape. We like don't eat.
I don't eat.
Well, there's nothing wrong with fasting as long as you're doing it properly. I
eat when my stomach is literally growling, and then I eat.
Yeah, I do that too. But it's due to my ADHD. I forget all the time to eat. And like there's been a couple of times where my kids are like, "Mom, when's the last time you ate?"
I do. That's crazy. I don't know. I do drink mad amounts of coffee, so maybe.
So do I. But I also I have to think for three of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
so
I have probably starved by the time you're
No, my kids can cook better than I fucking can, man.
Just get the
with having what I have.
Hey, give me a steak over there.
Right. My 10-year-old, man, I'm telling you, she's whiz in the kitchen.
Dude, she's gonna be a master chef.
Seriously.
Put her on Kids Master Chef.
She wants to come to the
Junior
hot sauce challenge, and she wants
get her on that.
The one that you guys go, like everybody goes up against.
That'll be awesome.
Man, I'm telling you, I didn't post the review because I didn't want her to hurt John's feelings. But I had her review John's hot sauce, and she took a whole tablespoon of it, and she's like, "This isn't fucking hot enough." And she threw the spoon in the sink and walked away, and I was like, "I can't post that."
I might be like,
you don't have anything like the bomb?
I do actually. It's called 6 Feet Under.
I'm not trying.
Well,
I'm also gonna have hot.
I'm not tried the bomb.
Okay, so I
literally talked to people who tried that one. And they literally say it's not good. It's just hot to be hot.
So my ex-husband used to work at a place called Peppers in Niagara Falls, and they used to make you sign a fucking waiver. And they had the bomb sauce before.
It was online.
Yeah, before they came out with hot ones, which I started watching right from the beginning. What a fucking show,
dude,
man!
So
Sean's amazing.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I want to meet him so bad.
Dude, I saw a girl from South Africa. She was an actor. Watch it.
I know what you're talking about.
The chick from Mad
She literally would make fun of anyone.
Yeah. She's amazing.
She would destroy anyone in the hot wing challenge. She just sat there like, "You think this is hot, bud?"
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay shit himself.
Gordon Ramsay shit his pants, dude. And then he came back on and did it again.
In the milk.
Oh man,
He's my favorite. I love him.
So when I first got the hot sauce from Taste, they were absolutely amazing, and they sponsored me I bought 4 bottles. They sponsored me 4 bottles, and I got home and I had a friend of mine co-host the show with me one night, and I was like, "You have to try this Cherry Noble. It's made. So good. Oh my god! So I make hot chocolate cupcakes.
No way.
They're fucking amazing. They're hot chocolate cherry cupcakes.
Nice.
And this stuff, I took a spoonful.
Red velvet kind of.
No, I use double chocolate cake mix, and then a container of cherry pie filling.
I just know it's like red with cherry.
And then a
cherry chocolate.
There's
it was good. I had a velvet muffin and it was amazing.
The cherry sauce is made with like the cherry hot sauce is made with Ontario black cherries, right? So I plan on it. I'll have a few extra things on the table, to kind of
like a hat,
simmer down the heat.
We're gonna have a hat, right?
Well, there'll be a few things on the table. But yeah, so basically how it's going to go is there's going to be like random music trivia that everybody knows about. And then there's going to be some like older stuff, like back to like when metal first started in like the 40s and 50s versus the 70s.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to throw in some random trivia about the bands that are playing during that time.
No way, that would be fun.
So I'll throw some stuff in about you guys. I'll
That
throw some
sounds
stuff in
fun.
about Crimson Asphalt. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So keep that in mind. So it should be really interesting. It should be a lot of fun.
So like
So-
down to answers?
No, but like I mean, if you guys are willing to sit down and eat hot sauce, and just like,
yeah.
I
get what you're
can't
saying.
guarantee that all the prizes are going to be as intelligent as the people sitting around the table.
I
That's
hear what
all.
you're saying. I hear what
So
you're saying.
play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and well, you have to play to find out what the prizes are. So, but the way we're gonna do it is instead of doing it live like I do every Thursday, and soon to be every Tuesday, we're actually going to record 2 shows. We're gonna do 2 shows on the 28th, fingers crossed, and then I've got another 2 shows in July, and then another
that'd
2
be
in
awesome.
August. And if we can fit more in between, I'd like to, definitely.
There's only one
So-
hot wing, so there's probably a good market for it.
Well, I think there is, definitely. I think there's a market for hot sauce trivia. Like nobody else is doing what Sean's doing.
No.
And he's amazing.
Kills it.
Even right from the beginning,
They kill it.
and he had no idea what he was doing
No.
when he first started.
He just started doing it.
So, and
You
now,
can tell because the whole production, everything changed.
Everything
From the beginning,
changed.
everything changed.
yeah, they went from sitting in front of like a black curtain to being in an actual studio
Yeah.
now. So,
They probably have to be paying enough for video.
hey, we've been doing pretty good. We've been going for an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
Is there anything else that you guys want to mention or
We're pretty-
chat about? Or
We're pretty all caught up. Check out our socials.
yeah,
Spotify.
you guys are on
What is
fucking
it?
going up and
iTunes.
YouTube music.
We just hit 1,000 plays on iTunes.
That's fucking
No
awesome!
way, really?
Yeah, we hit a milestone.
Congratulations!
It's crazy. Our
By the
Spotify,
way,
our Spotify is so good, but nobody listens to
Yeah.
us on iTunes.
We got like.
all my stuff
Are
on
you kidding
YouTube
me? Our
Premium.
stuff has like on Spotify. We're at like.
Well, people listen to
Still
us on
bleeding, got like
our main
175,000
That's
revenue.
amazing.
Yeah,
Our main revenue shares
It's
come
from
from
Spotify.
Spotify and Deezer.
It's funny. Everyone complains about it. It's like
We make money.
they pay us.
Well, I don't know. I use YouTube Premium because
We're on YouTube Premium.
I have 2 kids,
So if you're on
that's the
YouTube,
easiest
check
way to
us
do
out.
it, right? Because they get YouTube and the music.
Yeah.
We got the
Actually,
Road to
the YouTube
Arby's
app, that's
coming
why I
up in
listen to my
June.
music, is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we got the Road to Arby's
Tour's
coming up in
up.
June.
That's gonna be amazing.
And are you guys starting in St. Catharines?
yeah.
We're gonna start in St.
That
Catharines.
means you're bringing it all to the
Yeah.
table that night.
Yeah. it's
And
gonna
we're
be
going-
great.
That's awesome.
I can't wait.
Honestly, the only reason why I
Nick's
lined
been
up
doing
like that,
amazing.
the only
I'm
reason
so
why
happy
it's
to
lined
hear
up like that is
He's
because
been
the
killing
Toronto
it.
That's
date
He's
was
doing
already
so
good
well.
for him.
That's part of the reason why we're not with Beer Bash this year. Because Nick's going through stuff.
Hey, man, you know
But
what? You guys
He's
do what you
doing
got to do.
Really good.
No, good for him. I'm happy to
I
hear
can't
that.
wait.
I am really happy to hear that. You guys, I can't say this enough. I know I said it last Sunday night, but you guys were so fucking tight when I saw you guys play at Tail of the Junction. You guys are
A
amazing.
lot of people told us that.
You guys are like, I mean,
Really awesome.
every time I've seen you guys have been really good. Like I've never, that's why I keep,
We have bad shows.
I drive an hour and a half to see you guys. You guys can't have that many bad shows if I keep fucking filling the car up and coming back, right?
Hey,
So, well, thank you, because I have a reason to come out here. You guys play good music, so that's why I'm here. But yeah, you guys, like, I've seen you guys do 100 good shows,
yeah.
right? But you guys were fucking amazing. Same with the release party for Sofa City. You guys were
Yeah, I
fucking
thought was
amazing
awesome,
that night.
too.
I felt good.
Yeah, it was a great party.
We had the
It
one.
was so much.
It was. It was a great show. It was so much fun.
It was a good night.
It was. It was, and like
Hopefully we do it again.
Big nights like that, it was so much. Like
we had some firsts
when it's
that
like
night too.
events, big meaningful events are always the funnest.
Oh, and
like I was in like the Walter one, the thing.
that was
thing,
so fun.
the sofa event.
Yeah.
Like, although we did a lot. I think we're doing a lockdown thing again.
No, we got
Are you?
past though.
No,
We
we
did
finished
that.
it.
That was.
But like when you're doing when you're a part of stuff, it's
Yeah.
really, it makes things fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like with me just getting my business license for Sofa City, I finally am an actual production company.
Oh, yes.
That's so amazing. It took me 8 years, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So there's going to
Keep
be
moving.
lots of fun stuff coming up with me and with Sofa City and stuff like that. I have a website, so I'm trying to expand that website into its own solo channel.
Mhm.
So that's where all the Sofa City stuff will be.
Well, that's gonna be
Like we have everything online on Facebook and
Yeah.
stuff, right? But having that website will give you a one-stop shop, and we'll have 90% of it for free, and then the other 10% is going to be all the stuff that you want to know but you don't get to unless you get behind that wall. But we're going to do it like super easy. I think we're going to do it like $10 a year or something cheap like that. This way, A, you don't notice when it comes out of your bank account, and B, it makes it worth it, right? Like because then
if you could knock out like any of these YouTubers or whatever.
Well, the goal eventually is to have YouTube pay me for a Sofa City show on a regular basis, right? I mean, it's
if you just start doing it.
Well, that's showing up. I think to date I've interviewed 600 bands.
Nice.
So I've done 600 interviews or something like that.
You're right on the road to killing it.
So I'm trying anyway. So
I think it's kicking ass.
Thank you. It's got like, I mean, tonight. So Evil Villains show had the most views that I've ever had. Crimson Asphalt came in right behind it, and I've noticed a couple of times I've been watching the views, and you guys are like right up there with Evil Villain, if not like as far as comments go. You guys have had the most comments.
I don't know. We just like to do it.
Well, it comes naturally to you guys, so that's a great thing.
But if anything,
I used to wear eyeliner in high school.
Did you?
It helped me out.
Yeah. I
really tried to keep it straight face.
we try to do the cool punk stuff.
Well, you guys keep it interesting, and that's important. Is to be able to keep it interesting, keep things different, but still have that same vibe. Not necessarily the sound, because it's nice.
You gotta be vibing.
Yeah, and that's it. Like you want to make sure that you have.
And if it's flowing and it's good.
Well, yeah, you know, it is. So it doesn't necessarily matter if the sound changes a little bit or the lyrics go in a different direction, as long as that vibe.
Speaking of that, the new album's, for lyric-wise, going to sound a lot different than our other stuff. So.
Really?
Yeah,
Nick's doing some different things.
Whoo! Wait till you hear Nick's lyrics on this shit.
I bet you that boy has a lot more wind than he did before.
Well,
I bet he does.
His lyrics are just really good.
Yeah, he's just
he's very. You can. If people used to think that you couldn't understand them, you fucking.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like they're.
You can hear what he's fucking saying now.
Yeah.
I'm generally mean like the way he's approaching it is different.
Yeah,
it's good. It's really good. I like it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Sometimes I'd be sitting in there listening to it, and I'd be like, "Man, this sounds like shit." And then I'd like go have a smoke and come back, and I'd be like, "This is amazing!" Like, what am I listening to?
Song, right?
Yeah, same thing, same part.
It's gonna come across well, and I think people are gonna.
Well, you guys, over the last few years that I've been listening to you guys, I've watched your page grow, I've watched your music expand, and I've watched you guys expand. You guys have grown along with the band and with your music and stuff like that, and that says a lot, because sometimes bands don't grow. Their music grows, you know, their venue lines grow, but they themselves as musicians don't grow. And I've watched you guys do that in the last couple of years.
Like, if you look back on Just Pleaser, we like every song was like a different sound.
Yeah.
And then on Still Bleeding, we kind of wanted to, like Jeff was saying, come more with the forward sound.
Yeah.
And then that's what we did on same with this one. We wanted to kind of be more of a focused on like the hardcore sound.
Yeah.
So
well, I think
I was gonna say, well, I think that helps us is because we're not just stuck to one. We'll change our style up completely if we like, and it doesn't matter. We don't really care about that.
Well, as long as you guys are doing what you love, that's what's important, right? Because when you love it, other people are going to love it. If you don't put love into something, other people don't like energy. Energy is a big deal, and we could talk about this stuff all night long. Yeah. Energy is a big deal.
For the shows, because sometimes we have some bands ask us how we get people moshing.
Yeah,
which I understand, because I remember when we used to wonder how we could get people moshing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you put forward that energy, they'll give it back to
you. Absolutely. And like the aerobics on stage before we finish, I heard you say, "No, I don't ever stretch before a show. I think the show is my stretching."
I
have a shot of you. I'm pretty sure your crotch is this far away from the fucking ground.
I just go as low as I can.
I'll send you guys all those pictures and video from that night. There was some good
early shows.
I used to circle bang.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's why I puked.
I'm trying to wear more clothes.
Yeah, That's why I mean, if you ever wonder why I don't wear shirts when I play,
I hugged you guys
it's
after
because I
the
get
show.
so
I
sweaty.
know why you
Yeah,
don't
I
wear
get so
shirts.
sweaty.
So that's why like our stage.
We did a show once, and I remember I took my
That's
shirt
so
off,
funny.
Back
and everyone's
when
like, "Why are you taking your shirt off?" And then someone was like, "Just wait, you'll
He
see.
reigns.
Yeah,
he reigns.
You'll see why he's taking his
when
shirt
we
off."
first started, we were competing with bands like Disdained, and they would stand on their freaking amps in their.
Oh, I saw them beat the shit out of each other.
They
on
beat the
stage
shit out of
once.
each other on stage.
The
So,
singer went up and punched the guitar player on the face.
when we play,
awesome.
we're thinking like that.
We used
We're
to
like,
do it. We had a song called
Shortline
Atlas.
Heroes thing is to fuck the venue up. So our thing is generally to fuck places
we
up.
literally had a song.
I am aware of that.
We had a song. It's called Atlas. If you go back, Just Pleaser.
No, that's on a Pigeon.
Pigeon, yeah. And that song before the breakdown, we used to act like we messed up and then get into a huge argument on stage.
That's amazing.
And then while everyone's like, "What the fuck is happening?" We start the breakdown. And everyone's like, "Oh shit! What the fuck?"
That is good shit.
So,
I love stuff like that. That's the stuff.
It's gimmicky.
We haven't done it for a while.
You know what? Sometimes gimmicky.
I was just saying, like that's what we were like, because we saw that they were like fighting on stage. We were like, "Oh
yeah."
what are we gonna do? And then that's when we did the whole switching instruments thing and all that stuff.
That's right on. Man, I could sit and talk to you guys all night long, but we've been doing this for almost 2 hours.
I know.
People are just gonna be like, "What are you guys doing?"
How can you still talk about
game's on, man.
I mean, people
Is the hockey game
still
on?
watching, so.
No,
The Leafs won yesterday.
The Leafs did freaking win. That was insane.
We got one. We got one, boys.
One. We got one.
I was in the rock pile at the Razor show when they won. The night Razor was playing.
That must have been insane.
Like so I was
Did
a Leafs
everyone
fan.
stop when they won?
Well, me and Jill were outside smoking joints. So
we pothead.
Of course. We heard, like, we literally felt the fucking venue just go.
Yeah.
Like you could feel the floor shaking outside on the patio and people banging on the bar. Like, it was fucking insane.
I went to Maple Leaf Square when they lost. I wish I went last night.
I'm telling you, I was a Leafs fan for 32 years of my life. And then they won then they lost 11 games in a row, and the last game they lost was 9-2.
When they lost to Montreal, I was done.
So I'm a Habs fan.
I was done. I was done. I was done the year before when they lost to Boston. But then I was like, you know what? I'll give them another chance. And then after that, I was done.
Listen, I'm only a Habs fan because my brothers are Habs fans, and there was no shopping involved. It was like, okay, I'm over here now, right? It was just easier that way. And normally I'm a diehard. Anybody I support, I am diehard. But after 11 games in a row and 9-2, like, I was tired of giving a fucking multi-billion-dollar team my hard-earned money when I'm a poor kid.
I agree. Me too.
Right? So, like, I'm a poor kid. You're not giving me anything as a fan. The Canadians haven't won in fucking years either, but you know what? They're good hockey.
Well, I think
now that being
that's
said,
a whole nother thing. I think that's Greg Bettman's fault.
Let's save that for the next
we're gonna get into hockey. Let's not get into hockey.
Now, that being said, I will say that I really do hope, whether or not they win, they fight as fucking hard as they can to get as far as possible. I think that Walter deserves them to win this year.
That'd be great.
Right?
Amazing.
So, and if they win, he certainly knows.
It'd be awesome if somebody on the team knew.
Yo, are you kidding me? Walter, imagine the players just going and just fucking decks, and then he falls over.
Put a sticker on the guy's face, and
it's like you just see Walter flash by. He like decks the dude in the face.
It's a Walter shot.
Yeah. The guy just falls over. You're like, what the heck is happening?
So just on a closing note, because if we don't close this, we're going to do this all night long, and you're not going to have any data left.
Hey, we're unlimited.
Oh, amazing. So I had seen somebody had posted, I want to say it was William. Shout out to William for getting stabbed 3 times and showing up at fucking Razor. Now, here's the thing. He showed up to Razor. He gets out of Courtney's car, gives me a hug, and hands me a fucking bag full of patches.
For your coat.
I remember that.
That's insane.
I just got stabbed, but I can't forget Amanda's patches.
No. I think he has more things on his
guy, man. Seriously.
That guy goes
he's an amazing human being.
He supports everyone.
Everybody.
He's awesome.
Walter's
awesome.
Almost.
Walter. Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
He is.
William, I'll tell you,
William's awesome. I got
William's awesome.
when my vest
I meant
went
to say
missing,
William.
he went down to Sherborne and Dundas, and he went into pawn shops, and
Looking for
he went asking homeless people, and
I know those pawn shops.
telling you, man, that guy went above and beyond, and then got me an entire vest's worth of patches, so that I could restart my. And he was one of the friends that Walter gave me.
If you don't know, our first recording was done on tape. And we went to one of those pawn shops to buy an old tape recorder.
That's amazing. That is fucking amazing.
There was one on Sherborne and Queen. It was one of those.
Yeah, like
that thing is called the DVP.
He went
it's called the DVP.
over. That's awesome. Yeah, no, he went all above and beyond. He went looking for that. My Johnny No Cash hoodie is gone.
That's insane.
And, well,
I kind of forgot that you lost with that.
Yeah, somebody fucking smashed my back window of my car. Well, it wasn't just my vest.
Oh,
now,
okay,
if
we're gonna be making patches.
if there were, I definitely want one. If it had been anything else that was stolen, I would have been really mad because my 22-hole docks weren't stolen. I had 2 ounces of weed in my car that was not taken. Right?
Clearly.
I had a bottle.
That's all I would have been looking for.
Now I have I drink fake wine when I'm out with drinkers, and I had 2 bottles of fake wine.
I keep non-alcoholic.
Yeah, because I just find that, like, I didn't like wine when I drank, so I don't mind having a glass of fake wine. It doesn't trigger me. There was all kinds of stuff. If it's de-alcoholized, it's actually wine. If it's non-alcoholic, it's just juice. I just learned that, and I've been an alcoholic for years.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, they stole my winter jacket, my winter boots, my Johnny No Cash hoodie, and my vest, and that was all they took.
What?
Yeah.
What,
so,
did he like need clothes or something?
Well, it was freezing rain that night, so and they smashed my back window. They didn't trash my car. They didn't destroy it. They didn't take anything else.
It seems like he literally needed clothes.
And I was fucking exhausted. I know better than to leave my stuff in my car in that area, yeah. But I was exhausted.
I'm lucky where I live now because I don't really need to worry about where I am. I can just leave my gear in the car.
Yeah, because you just moved recently.
Yeah, I'm up at Young and Eglinton now.
Okay, that's not so bad. And where are you? You're still...
I'm in Cabbage Town.
Yeah, okay. I was scared to leave it in his area.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I would like cover it up with a blanket.
Yeah,
but now, even though it was fine, I never had any issues when I left my gear in his area.
Yeah, right.
But in certain spots, I will never leave my gear.
Well, yeah. See, normally I don't. Normally I lug everything up to Shanice's.
Like in Montreal, I would never leave my gear.
We were on our way to Montreal when my shit got stolen out of my fucking car. Yeah. So on that note,
someone at the car and everything. I hate that's a bad.
Oh, I know, it's terrible. So on that note, all you lovely people have a wonderful night. I'm kicking you out.
Thank you.
I'm going to visit with you two for a little bit, and then I'm out of here. So it's been a slice.
The Queen just got announced.